What is up, my dear people? Welcome. And just do this because I think I finally figured out a flicker so I can use this hat. Kind of weird doing these streams without the hat. Welcome to another Sunday 1 p.m. Church of Rockstarism. We'll start using that expression more and more, because that's what this is. It's a gathering of all of us who are into Bitcoin, who are connected together with BTCPay Server project, and eventually, it will be quite interesting watching this in 1 year from now, or 2 years, or 5 years, seeing all you beautiful people in comments. Hey Effa, hey Tommy. Because I think we finally have proper setup, and setup that hopefully we won't change from week to week, because that's been the biggest thing for me ever since Zach's tricked me into doing these streams and then joined to make sure that they're done well, that scenes are set up, that we have ability to switch between different scenes, that people watching this won't be like, okay, this guy doesn't know what he's doing. He may be a good programmer, but yeah, streamer not so much. Because look at this is the first edition we have, boom, so that your comments can properly be incorporated in the stream, become part of these recordings. So I will be bringing up chat box a lot. So yeah, keep comments coming, and we'll also have nice transition back to full screen. So yeah, let's get started. Let's see what was happening this week, and what we should go over. The biggest news, obviously, and number one news is I wanted to say new version of BTCPay Server, but Twitter is going mad with Taproot signaling. But yeah, let's get to that in a second. We will stick to the plan. Plan is BTCPay Server 1.1.0. We have decided to switch to this, semantic versioning. So bye last version number, and from now on, we'll go with this format, and I like it. I mean, we had so many versions between 1.0 and now. It definitely feels like 1.1 is where we're at, and great version release it was, definitely. Tons of new stuff, starting from a new UI for Ellen setup. See if we can zoom in so you can see that. Hopefully we're making this way clearer now on enabling, disabling, modifying connection to Lightning node, and finally, what's also gone is that big warning that was there ever since we've added LND into BTCPay Server. I mean, I still haven't updated on my testnet instance, but yeah, if you want to see how it looks, let's show. Yeah. Good old warning. It's been nice knowing you, warning, but yeah, you're gone now for new process. And loop finally in. However, we are now having a small issue with loop, because if We have first integrated LND in BTCPay Server, I think it was 0.4 or something like that. And ever since then, we have maintained backwards compatibility. However, Loop requires, well, it requires a bunch of stuff. It requires, the biggest thing is it requires macaroons in certain format. So if you have deployed BTCPay Server more than a year ago, it's very likely you can't access Loop with your current setup. But if you've deployed BTCPay Server within the last year, then yeah, you don't need to do anything. So I will be reaching out to all the... I already have people reaching out to me that have old instances and don't want to close their channels, move the funds, redeploy LND, and I'll see if there is something we can do for all of you. Hopefully answer is yes, because another thing that I will be releasing update like right away, because I spoke with Alex from Lightning Labs, and he helped me out close the issue pretty quickly. I've had issue with Loop not waiting on LND. If chain notifier RPC was still in progress and starting, Loop would just abort, shut down, daemon exited. So I told Alex about it. He took care of it. I mean, Andras just jumped on the PR. They reviewed it, merged it, and now there is a new version of Loop. Alex released right away, so there is a new version of Loop. I'm gonna add that as well. But we'll also check with him if we can do anything for people on old LND instances. So yeah, that's what's happening on that end. And I see in comments people are already loving the changes to stream. So yeah, I'm telling you guys, you all are part of this. So we'll have your comments in the video nicely like this. So let's go. As I go, let's keep comments on. Gap limit. There are improvements with this to only creating payment details if the payment method is selected. So this will be very important for people that are running into also accepting shitcoins. Yeah, so for them it will be welcome change, because it will no longer, when you create invoice, will you get wallet address generated for every payment method, every shitcoin that you support, but rather only what user selects. So if they're a smart user and only using Bitcoin, then that's Bitcoin D will be not only Bitcoin D, but we'll look at derivation scheme for Bitcoin and generate wallet address just for payment in Bitcoin. We will not generate wallet address for like every shitcoin that's supported. So that's that. Next one is big one with Cookie was really working on this. Pavlinex and the rest of the team did a great job on testing it. So maybe we can take a look at pull request, because it was one of the more well tested PRs we had. Where is Cookie? So this is just migration PR, and before that we had me see. There we go. So yeah, as I always say, power of community. Man, so much fun on this this PR. Whereas Umar with doesn't work on my MacBook. Yeah. No, that's with Apple. Just like no backwards compatibility. Let's go. Just keep cutting, keep moving people to new hardware, Apple hardware. And where it is, there we go with Apple engineer. Yeah, about new MacBook Pro. Let me just see. Do I, Zax, I now need to see if I have audio capture. Let's go. I think I have.
Ya para abrir el restaurante que era el arroz. Y me llama el cocinero. Risita, ¿qué? Ve por la paellera. Venga, que las 2 de la tarde ya están aquí. Miren, bañador. En las chanclas. Todo despeinado porque no me dio tiempo nada ponerme las chanclas y el bañador. Voy a la playa, había subido la marea. Eso. Tú, había subido la marea y encontré una paella. Y la encontré.
Yeah, so much about Apple. But let's keep going with changes on BTCPay Server 1.1. Yeah, let's see. With Zax, guy died. Oh no! Now you need to leave the link to that, and we're gonna send apologies to everyone. That was triggered by the video. Features as plugins. Features as plugins. We're finally extracting some of the stuff that was in the main code base, and we're gonna move that to plugins. As Pavlik says here, yeah, work in progress. So be aware of that. Maybe you still don't need to fully switch to plugins, especially if you're depending on this functionality. We're still like keeping it within the code base, and yeah, but we'll announce exact transition path. And then yeah, Greenfield API just keeps being built and built and built. Join in. What else can I say on that topic? Because I love that people started opening up Greenfield API PRs improvements. So yeah, I love seeing that. I just love seeing that. Yeah, you need something within the API implemented. Have it reviewed by Nicholas Cooks, maybe even me if I have time, and yeah, merge it in. That's the way it's supposed to be. Let's see comments. Well, what's happening in comments? I mean, you guys are such downers. Let's go. Let's something positive. Yeah, there we go, Pedro. I'm gonna depend on you to keep this crowd optimistic. Or I switch back to me as a reverend, and I say no more sadness, just positivity. And one thing that Esky will now love this, but Zax, I'm gonna keep leaving comments in here so that people can follow along. And that was a great suggestion by you, Zax. Easier that way. Greenfield API, Tommy, is new API that we're building to extract all the functionality that BTCPay Server has. So if you take a look at BTCPay server as a code base, as a project. A lot of functionality is integrated, and the old API just exposed kind of the version 1 API that came with BTCPay Server kind of only exposed the BitPay compatible API and did it in a way that was compatible with BitPay, because the idea of BTCPay Server as a project was to be a drop-in replacement for BitPay. However, that meant that our API was pretty limited, so to say, and also a lot of methods, they were kind of jumbled together with controller methods that were returning views within the BTCPay Server as a project. So for example, if you go to some page, let's say this one, so obviously this view is returned by some kind of controller method, but then that controller method is within the controller that may also return some BitPay API, that some method that deals with BitPay API. Obviously not with Lightning, because BitPay, back in the day, didn't have, and I don't think they have today even, like Lightning API methods. But for example, invoices was probably the most important endpoint, and there were a bunch of methods that were compatible with BitPay. I think we even had BitPay API constraint. That's the attribute. And then using that, you can search where the majority of BitPay compatible methods were sprinkled through the code base. However, obviously because we obsoleted BitPay, we now can move on and produce much cleaner API that doesn't have anything to do with returning views, but rather that all these controllers within the Greenfield API, they're fresh start, they are returning models or HTTP status codes. So that's what Greenfield is, Greenfield API, and it's active work in progress, with the idea that eventually everything that BTCPay Server as a project does is exposed through a set of APIs. And then if people want to build custom user interface on top of this API, they don't need to go with out-of-the-box UI like this, but rather they just build on Greenfield API. So that's the explanation of what Greenfield API is. All right. And keep questions coming. As I say, we will focus on chat now that our man Zach's enabled us to have chat box nicely integrated and become a part of the video. So next topic, obviously, a Jack Taproot watch. And go a little bit in this whole drama with Taproot activation, which I don't know how much people watching from sidelines they're familiar with the whole drama, but it's likely that this current signaling period, Taproot will not lock in with the current signaling ratio. And we are already out, so within the next day or two, it's likely that this signaling period will fail. But what happens after this? Yeah, I see people asking. Well, luckily there are 5 more signaling periods, and they coincide with a difficulty adjustment. Before I started the episode, I spoke with my man, Ben, the Carman, on this whole deal, because I didn't have time to watch the details and look into details on what Bitcoin Core contributors agreed on. But I see that Ben was part of a lot of productive discussions. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. I see. Yeah. A lot of productive discussions, definitely. So yeah, we spoke, and he gave me extra context on what's going on, so that, yes, Patricia, we can make sure that drama is properly nurtured, and and that we can participate, because my participation within this whole drama has just been on once on the whole deal with that alternative client being published, and that's where I stopped. So yeah. However, what's the whole deal is about Luke and the rest of the crew publishing what it is, like Bitcoin Taproot .cc client, and Luke is saying, yeah, it's not him, it's 3 more people. So, but the whole deal here is that this client exposes a flag that will allow you as a user of Bitcoin network, as a participant in Bitcoin network, to do essentially turn on the feature and turn on Taproot, and done. Yeah. So user activated, say, soft fork. Yeah, safe fork. So good old USFA Bitcoin. User activated soft fork. There we go. Hopefully I didn't hit some kind of insurance acronym. But essentially that's why I call this episode Ghosts of Segwit, because Segwit was contentious. You had miners actively fighting against it, but in this situation you don't have miners actively fighting against Taproot activation. They're not even actively supporting as usual. So which is why we will have likely within this signaling period, it will not lock in. But as I said, we have 5 more signaling periods, and my expectation is that within the next 5 signaling periods it will lock in. But who knows? Maybe maybe Ben will need to keep producing memes. But yeah, good that I lost Link. I can't bring more girl pics on this stream. So yeah, what we are doing on BTCPay Server as a project when it comes to this is there is a PR that we will shortly be resolving. Let me just bring up a PR. Here it is. We will be providing an option for you to switch to Bitcoin Taproot CC client if needed, because Bitcoin Core release doesn't have this ability to essentially you as a user, you activate soft fork. But some people from community feel really strongly that every participant within the Bitcoin network should have an option to essentially turn on Taproot. So they're pretty, Luke is always pretty opinionated on this, but he is, he's always going too hard. He's like biased, legitimate, more official. There is no legitimacy. So yeah, but I think in the whole discussion, the best tweet on the subject was Katie with I love this tweet. The men will literally come up with a new activation method instead of going to therapy to overcome their hash war trauma. Nice. We always need a mom, it seems, or a strong woman in there to say things as they are. So I'm loving that one. And with that, I think that's enough for now. Enough for now when it comes to Taproot drama. Again, don't worry when this signaling fails, which will be soon. Then coming next signaling period, it will likely lock in. And if it doesn't lock in, then there is another signaling period, and all the way until I think what's something like August. And it's kind of funny to think about this. All of us in Bitcoin, I would say hardcore Bitcoiners are against virtue signaling, but then you have literally feature signaling. Well, at least feature signaling is better. And with that said, let's go to next topic, and that is Fastsync. So I have a separate video on Fastsync, but I never showed Fastsync on this stream, which is something I need to do essentially, and explain what it does, because the whole point of Fastsync is that when you're doing initial blockchain download, EBD, you're downloading the blockchain and you're verifying it. But while that is easily done on faster machines, if you're doing this on Raspberry Pi, good luck to you with EBD. So Nicholas came up with this, which is essentially you are given this UTXO set, and you can use that UTXO set to quickly bootstrap your new node. What is the downside of Fastsync? I think Nicholas captured it here pretty well. If it's your UTXO set from the node that you control, then obviously there is no downside. You're just copying it to new instance instead of downloading it from everyone else and verifying it from zero. But here the whole point is that you don't need to maintain a copy of UTXO set. Rather, you download it from here, and you're not downloading from here. I think Nicholas is actually hosting it over here. Yep, there it is. So he has created UTXO sets, and he has been creating it and updating it over a period of time. So what's the last one? Should be 2021. There we go. The last one is April 30th. So he creates UTXO set from his own node, uploads it there, and signs it, because it's, yeah, he is the one publishing it. Then the rest of us come in and download those UTXO sets on our node, go forward, download the missing blocks. Obviously, you had blocks since April 30th until now, and then we check. We do this command, and we do that same command on Bitcoin core node that we haven't updated with UTX with this set. So, and if two match, if they're identical, then you can verify that this UTXO set that Nicholas updated is legit. It's not malicious. So that's what we're doing, and that's what I'll show shortly. But before I get to that, let's just finish week in review. Let's also say hi to Umar. Hey, my man. We were just mentioning you here, and your testing of that PR regarding Fido 2. Obviously, Zax and everyone else needed to be downer about our meme guy who apparently died, but I haven't seen any links in comments, so I can't vouch. I need to verify. I can't trust. So maybe if Zach sends some good link, we can prepare for giving credit to that guy, and if he really passed away, for all the laughs he initiated. So yeah, but let's, before I do more of Cody stuff, because I'm not sure I will succeed within today's episode, but we can show the basics. Before we get to that, let's just finish reviewing what happened in the last week. What else did we have? Yeah, with Bitcoin conference, if anyone in the audience is coming to Bitcoin conference, let me know, because I'll be organizing a bunch of great parties, and yeah, if you want in, I'll get you in. I'll get you in, because that's what Uncle Rockstar is doing. As I say here in tweet, I am really a nexus that sets you up with a good time. So this is my goal. This is your face at, say, 3 a.m. having fun. Yeah. So that's what's up on that front. Bitcoin is the real money. Yeah, we had Charlie Munger really being a downer on the whole Bitcoin thing. Where is Charlie? I didn't retweet it because I just didn't want to get into the whole drama. But hey, Patricia is saying we need drama, so let's do that. Let's hear Charlie with yeah, okay, let's go. Being a hater.
Well, those who know me well are just waving the red flag of the bull. Of course, I hate the Bitcoin success. And I don't welcome a currency that's so useful to kidnappers and extortionists and so forth, nor do I like just shuffling out a few extra billions and billions and billions of dollars to somebody who just invented a new financial product out of thin air. So I think...
Yeah, Charlie doesn't want you to do a financial product out of thin air. Like he is the only one to do it.
I should say modestly that I think the whole damn development is disgusting and contrary to the interests of civilization. And I'll leave the criticism to others.
I'm all right on that one.
There we go. There we go with Buffett. And of course, yeah, you can imagine how many memes followed with yellow.
The kidnappers and
Yeah, Muppets. Nice one, yellow. Yeah, as Tommy says in comments, dinosaur meteor. Yeah, meteors incoming. Patricia, can you keep up with me? No way. No way. You will see it in Miami. It's impossible. I already have the schedule set up, part of the schedule set up, but it's already, I don't know how I'm gonna do it. Yeah, no more principles, only dreams now. But I mean, I was laughing so hard about this one with Lex and Sergey. Sergey having has the whole chain link army on 4chan. I mean, what I need to give them is that they have great memes. I mean, Sergey chain link 4chan, because they just got some kind of agency running and it overwhelmed the whole 4chan with memes of Sergey. Yeah. Yeah. No, I remember this one back in the day. This was phenomenal. If I should have prepared better for this episode, yeah, when they were dumping. There were some awesome memes back then. So yeah. Yeah, so, but somehow now Sergey is going on a Lexfridman podcast and talking about smart contracts, Oracle networks. Can't wait for all the buzzwords that they're going to go with. So, but yeah, as my man Gigi is saying, no more principles, only dreams now. And the whole principles thingy started. It was started by, whatever is the name of macro guy who is trying to create a baskets of cryptocurrencies on Twitter. Yeah, I don't know his name. I know when he pops up on my feed, but yeah, we'll find him. Maybe he's in my feed. As for Basecamp, yeah, it's becoming a based camp. Ooh, like Toby had the best thing. I don't know. On this one, I really feel a lot, because honestly, DHH was an inspiration at one point for me, and I think for a lot of developers. But then I guess he just went to dark side. It's at some point you have so much resources, people, fame, I don't know what it is, that you need to go in certain direction. And the direction in which he went, I mean, I was talking about virtue signaling, but DHH built his whole thing on virtue signaling. And it was like the worst kind of virtue signaling, because he was destroying other people's systems so that he can profit. And now it's kind of happening to him with a whole Basecamp drama. So the long story short, yeah, basically him and Jason saw that, yeah, pretty much probably no work was being done. Everyone within the company was being overwhelmed by the information regarding political situation in the U.S. that they decided to, not ban talking about politics, but yeah, focus on talking on Basecamp and product. And obviously, yeah, that didn't go well. And it goes back to something that I'm always saying. You need to be able, every system has that limit of how much information it can process. And at certain point when it can't process the amount of information being thrown at that system, it just starts failing. And from there, you have few options. I mean, one of them is to fork, and that's what's happening here. People are now forking and finding their own position. Long term, I think Basecamp will be pretty fine. I mean, they're established company that is just charging people, doesn't need any new development. So it's more that, we'll see what kind of consensus is established, because whenever forking happens, there is a lot of conflict. There is a lot of drama. So we'll see. But that's my comment on leaving my job at Basecamp. I always need to troll. Enslaving his assistant. I just want to see Zach's comment about this. Zach's, you can do it in comments. I'm gonna go crazy. We need to do a giveaways of these flasks. Thanks to our man Quinn Solo. But as I was just saying, every system has a limit, and I'm already overwhelmed, it seems. I haven't been able to organize giveaway of these flasks every week for Uncle Coding. So, I don't know. We're going to figure something out, definitely. Because I'm telling you, I'm the most repulsive person I've met. I have more than 6.5k followers on Twitter, but information propagation is important. That's what's happening here. That's what's happening. And this is also happening. Yeah. But okay, let's address the comments. Zax is a slave. Well, I mean, if you want to be, but I can't be called your master. They're gonna rename me into main, Zax. I mean, you don't want that. And I'm liking being Rockstar. I don't want to be main. So there's that. And yeah, I'll soon have Aunt Roxy. That's the whole thing with. I've updated from Uncle Rockstar. So yeah, Zax. If I'm not named master, I can be Aunt Roxy, but no main, please. Yeah. Oh shoot. Brecky, I can't wait for this one. As I said, last week I was showing the video, but Brecky is on fire with his videos and work. Let's see. Is there a new video parody? No. He's only going on Bill Maher. Oh, but this one is not modified. I haven't actually watched the video. Let's see.
And finally, new rule, nothing with crypto in the title ever turns out good. There is a mania rising in the country these days about cryptocurrency and how the train is leaving the station, so you better get on. Tesla has jumped in with both feet, and Microsoft accepts it for software now. Etsy accepts it now, and so does PayPal and Starbucks and Whole Foods and Home Depot. 1 in 10 Americans used their stimulus checks to invest in one of thousands of cryptocurrencies in existence, Bitcoin.
Oh, okay. So this is building up to the point where everyone is wrong, but I will show you the light. Yeah, let's see.
being the most famous, but there's also Ethereum, Binance, Tether, even one called Cumrocket.
I mean, it's a good
There's
one.
also one called Dogecoin that someone started as a joke, but as far as I can tell, it's exactly the same as all the other cryptocurrencies because the whole thing is a joke. I fully understand that our financial system isn't perfect, but at least it's real. Apple stock is worth money because Apple makes $1,000 phones that everyone buys and then drops in the toilet. But Dogecoin recently rallied to be worth more than the market cap of Ford and Kraft Foods, and it has no product and no workers. It's just Easter Bunny cartoon cash. I've read articles about crypto.
Yeah, I mean, he's trying to figure it out. Yeah, he'll figure it out, but it will be too late. Yeah, so sorry, Bill. It will be have fun staying poor. Yeah, turn it into that kind of joke. All right, American Huddle man with the cap. I missed this one. It will be crazy. Just announcement for Miami. I don't have any BTCPay Server hats. Maybe people should let me know if they want some. But then I need to supply myself. Actually, on that subject, I think I have a secret stash ready. So maybe I can figure something out. Good thing I need to write this down. Because this Church of Rockstarism is not only for you, my dear people. It's also for me. Zach's already sent me the link. So let's see. Go to site. No. So how did it happen? Oh man. Borja. Okay. So next episode we're gonna organize vigil for Borja in our church. Yeah. That definitely we're doing that. Yeah, as you, Tommy, say, back to Bill. I don't think. I mean, they will just they will spin it in different direction. That's what you learn from all these media personalities. They never admit to be wrong. They just spin it differently. But yeah, doesn't matter. No, going back to my feed is with me and Vlad having fun. He got the joke eventually because I was making a joke with Ben that he needs to contribute to Nostar, not LARP here on Twitter about masks. And we'll see. I mean, Ben is a good sport. So let's see what kind of joke he makes in return with me. With the whole, John and Jessica. I don't know. Jessica, hello, is not stopping. There was you gifted me a dirt bike with my dad and sister present. I just love the energy. I'm telling you, I just love the energy, and Bitcoin has place for everyone, and it's all coming together in Miami. All coming together in Miami. So Patricia, as you say, I'm going on a bender at the conference. I'm going on a bender at every conference. That's why every conference is inviting Rockstar as a speaker, because as I said in my post, I do a lot of talks, but it's always after midnight. Always after midnight. And here we have Pavlinix finally hitting the handle of Brit Kelly on Twitter. Fantastic. We already discussed BTCPay Server. And here, Laser Eyes Gandhi. in San Francisco. Phenomenal. Yeah. Bitcoin marketing department never fails. Yeah, Zach, someone needs to. Someone needs to do real talk. And Patricia, we will provide all the answers in Miami. With Nicholas is being impersonated. But I don't know how Twitter will deal with this. Okay, finally. They cleared him up. It was eventually Steve Lee. So that's cleared up. Stream. Oh my god, how I could have missed. I need to retweet this one again. Great job. Oh, great job. I should have clicked. Let's go, Matt Odell. But yeah, there is. Yeah, there is no way I'm gonna find that one again. However, there is a section in this stream that you want to listen.
What's up, guys? Thanks for joining us.
Matt, Kitan, and me talking about Satoshi's disappearance, and then practical tips for essentially fighting back, maintaining control of your own information. And as part of this stream, I actually wanted to show my setup so that people are aware how they can do this thing that I'm doing. It was a great stream. Let me just see if they kept it whole. Let's see.
Tan has Ministry of Nodes, like we said, and also k3tan.org. So go check that out. He's got some great blog posts, and that whole blog is self-hosted. So he's hosting that on his own hardware at home. So definitely check that out.
Look, you just have to do your best to minimize the amount of data that is leaked about you. As we've spoken about, there are practical things that can be done. And you keep going down those rabbit holes and you keep getting better and better. As you said, you have your first identity, it's probably going to be the worst. Then you do your second one, it'll get better. Then third and fourth, and then you just keep actively getting better at it. Practice makes perfect. So you just keep practicing those. You create your Twitter shit posting account, and you see what the ramifications are of that. You test your ideas. You don't.
Yeah, great stream, and I think we will do one more in the future, and maybe even give some practical demonstration, examples, because as I always say, I was saying it on this stream as well. Every system has a limit of information that it can process, and you need to make sure that you are not that system, that you don't get overwhelmed with the information. And because in today's day and age, wherever you turn, there is information being pumped into you, and then there is your information being controlled by others for their benefit. So when I started doing these streams, I really wanted to keep myself minimalistic, and I didn't want my whole persona being leaked. I was even thinking about microphone filters, but just couldn't get to it. So now I just have a slight filter. It will be quite interesting meeting people in person that didn't meet me before, and then talking about, does my voice sound the same? But speaking of that, just to demonstrate what I have this on this stream, like you can tell, maybe I can increase. Let's see, Zach's, can I increase here? No, can now increase myself. Okay, it's locked. Let's see. Yes. Boom. Go. Uncle Rockstar over the whole window. Over the whole screen. And let's show it. Let's open source my OBS army of rockstars. Okay, so this is the main thing with webcam. You add color correction filter, and then you can slide, see more detail. You can see my mic. Nice. And that's where you go. Yeah, brightness, saturation. Boom. Go with. So it's seen that I'm actually Vin Diesel. I don't know. Maybe I can show my arms, muscles, but I'm the way. On this X meta. There we go. So you can see the sliders. You can see the sliders here. How much gamma. And I'm actually this gamma. I just want to get it enough so you can see BTCPay Server logo. Maybe I can leave it there. Yeah, that would be good. So all you need to do is you need to make a scene in OBS and then make sure that you have a virtual cam plugin. Plus, now OBS does come with start virtual camera. And once you start it within the meetings, you can switch to view like this. Yeah. Maybe on that stream with Kitan and Matt, I can show more details on this, and then we increase the army of rock stars, so everyone can have setup like this, and then you don't need to leak more of your identity than you should, and then if you do need to invent a new identity, then you're set. You'll just change to different filter, change to different setup, and you'll be good to go. Zax has some crazy effects. Maybe I need to get him on the stream to show all the backgrounds he is he's having in all the scenes that he has created for himself. So I can't wait. I honestly, I would love to see more people using those rather than phase number 1, phase number 2. But that's that. And now Zax will yell at me, be like, "Oh, you're in a way, dummy." See, who is slave here? Who is slave here, people? Yeah, it's Uncle Rockstar and his Rockstar heart. That's always. And one scene. I don't know, Zax. I saw more than one. And let's go with Boom. It's all Zach's fault, by the way, about audio missing. Let's see. Doom. Okay, we're back. So what I was saying is it's not me, Zach. It's scenes that you created. But what I was saying is that these streams are producing so much information, and I need to also to figure out a way to go back on some of the stuff that was streamed and illustrate along the new stuff, and maybe next episode to do on Fastsync, and then also do Gideon builds for Bitcoin Core. Maybe, I don't know, maybe I start even pre-recording some segments during the week, because to make sure all the scenes that Zach's blessed me with, I mean, look at this, people. Look at this. That they work as expected, so that there are no problems. And yeah, you can see comments are going wild. Anyways, yeah, let that be it for this week. So as I like to say, keep pushing, keep being strong, keep being rock stars in your own lives, keep delivering for people, and keep coming to Church of Rockstarisms, where we're going to discuss how to be a better version of yourself every week, 1 p.m. At CDT. We're, of course, going to talk about coding and Bitcoin, but that's all in, a tool for self-improvement, as I always say. Yeah. Bitcoin, the way that Bitcoin improves people, it's just phenomenal. I'm telling you, it's a tool. It's not a goal. That's it. Well, enjoy the rest of your Sunday, and see you next week. Bye.
I'm sexy and I know it.